culture environment under your international marketing, where you focus the demographic factors, family system, migration and ethnicity, and the your cultural environment also. In culture environment, you we talk about the low context, high context, masculine and feminine culture, monochronic and polychronic culture. Hope you understand it very well. Now, in this lecture, we are going to cover technological factor. Basically, what is technology? Technology is a systematic application of scientific, or you can say other organized knowledge to your particular task. Here we are talking about technology. Technology is not concerned with only your, you can say, scientific methods and all only. It also cover your organized knowledge to a particular task, how you are performing that particular task. It include both machine, we can say hard technology, or way of thinking, which we consider as a soft technology, which is used to solve the problem or to promote your society progress. Here, there are certain issues in technology environment like appropriate technology. ठीक है, technology, there are a number of technology, but it is not necessary that every technology suits every country. Technology suits one country may not be suitable for another country. Like capital intensive technology we have in advanced nation may not be appropriate for a labor intensive country like India. ओके, लेट टेक एग्जाम्पल. आप देख रहे होंगे जगह जगह आजकल क्या हो रहा है. आईटी सेक्टर बूम में है. ऑनलाइन ऑनलाइन हम लोग सारे काम कर रहे हैं. बैंकिंग सेक्टर में अगर आप देखें, वहाँ पर भी आप देखोगे देयर इज़ अ इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी. नाउ फॉर हाउस वर्क ऑल्सो वी हैव अ robots who follow your orders. One of the famous technology we are Alexa, I think. ठीक है, आप जो बोल रहे हैं अलेक्सा को, वो आपको जो है सारी चीज़ें ढूंढ के दे रही है. तो ये टेक्नोलॉजी, क्या आपको ऐसा लगता है कि हर जगह जो इम्पैक्ट वो यूएस में दे रही है वही इम्पैक्ट, वही डेवलपमेंट वो इंडिया में भी देगी? इट्स नॉट सो, इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी, क्योंकि हर एक कंट्री की का इन्वायरमेंट अलग अलग है. यूएसए इज़ अ कैपिटल इंटेंसिव. वहाँ ये टेक्नोलॉजी यूज़ करेंगे तो इट इज़ बेटर फॉर देम, बिकॉज वहाँ पर लेबर इतनी नहीं है. बट इन केस ऑफ इंडिया, अगर हम यही टेक्नोलॉजी यूज़ करेंगे तो हमारे यहाँ क्या होगा? इट क्रिएट अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, मे बी इट क्रिएट अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट. बैंकिंग सेक्टर में देखिए, इन केस ऑफ बैंकिंग सेक्टर, पहले क्या था? आप बैंक्स में जाते थे, वहाँ पर अपना काम करते थे सब कुछ. अब जब से आपका इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी आई, ऑल्दो इट हेल्प यू, customer point of view से it is very good and it is helping us, but from the point of view of employment, आपका जो काम 10 लोग करते थे, अब वही काम आपका सिर्फ एक कंप्यूटर कर रहा है. तो इट क्रिएट अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट फॉर द 9 पीपल. ओके, तो हर टेक्नोलॉजी हर कंट्री के लिए अप्रोप्रिएट नहीं है. और अगर आप कोई टेक्नोलॉजी यूज़ कर रहे हैं तो यू नीड अ सिस्टमेटिक वे टू अप्लाई इट, ताकि आपकी इकोनॉमी में उससे डिजास्टर की जगह क्या हो, बेनिफिट आपको मिल सके. ओके, तो लेबर इंटेंसिव कंट्री में अगर आप कैपिटल इंटेंसिव टेक्नोलॉजी यूज़ करेंगे तो इट क्रिएट अ लेबर अनरेस्ट. एंड अनदर थिंग इज टाइम लैग इन इंट्रोडक्शन एंड एब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी इज देयर ऑल्सो. टाइम लैग मीन्स, आपने देखा होगा टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज में आउटडेट होनी शुरू होती है, तब जाके वो डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज में आपके आ रही है. ठीक है, 5G डेवलप कंट्रीज में जब आउटडेट हो गया है, देन 5G टेक्नोलॉजी इज इंट्रोड्यूसिंग इन डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज और लेस डेवलप कंट्रीज. तो डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज यूजुअली लैग बिहाइंड the developed nations in the absorption of the new technology. Then another thing is the transfer of technology. Transfer of technology means when the commercial technology from advanced country to developing nations we are transferring. ठीक है, आप कॉमर्शियल टेक्नोलॉजी को एडवांस कंट्री से डेवलपिंग नेशंस में जब ट्रांसफ़र कर रहे हैं, that consider under the transfer of technology. And in case of transfer of technology, uh, nowadays the main channel is your licensing agreement, joint venture we can use as a channel, main channel for transferring our टेक्नोलॉजी. तो जो फ्लो ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी है आप लोगों का डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज में ज़्यादा होता है, ठीक है. एंड दे नीड टू पे वेरी हाई फॉर द आउटडेटेड टेक्नोलॉजी, क्योंकि टाइम लैग है. जो टेक्नोलॉजी वहाँ ऑलरेडी आपकी डेवलप कंट्रीज में यूज़ हो चुकी है, ठीक है, आउटडेट हो चुकी है, उसके लिए डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज़ को बहुत पे करना पड़ता है अपनी कंट्रीज़ में ट्रांसफ़र करने के लिए, सो यूज़ करने के लिए. So these are the factors, technological factors that we need to consider before any strategy we have to make related to international marketing. Then there is another factor, that is economic factor. Like in economic factor, we are talking about the economy as a whole, which affect our working. Okay, the main component, if we are talking about international economic environment, are your economic system, your level and pattern of economic development, your structure of the economy, how economic policies are there, what type of economic conditions are there. Let's take one by one. Economic system. If we are talking about economic system, it means the institutional setup to satisfy the human needs, human wants. किस तरह का institutional setup आपकी economy में है? Like capitalism, communism, mixed economy. If you have a capitalism type of economic system, it means there is a private ownership. Resources generally are allocated through demand and supply pattern, like your USA and UK. Or in case communism system is there, then most of the assets are owned by the state. State owns all the means of production and distribution, and resources are allocated on the basis of your government center planning. Whatever they have planned, accordingly they are distributing the resources, like China, Romania. And another system is a mixed economic system, where major factors of production, distributions, or you can say essential things are owned and controlled by the government, and rest are controlled by the private. ठीक है, लाइक इंडिया यू कैन से. तो आप किस तरह के इकोनॉमिक सिस्टम में वर्क कर रहे हैं, आपके डिसीजंस उसके अकॉर्डिंग चेंज होते हैं, ठीक है. देन यू आर सीइंग व्हाट इज़ द लेवल एंड पैटर्न ऑफ इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट. लेवल एंड इकोनॉमिक development pattern we are talking about here. Our countries are classified by World Bank on the basis of their per capita income level, or you can say per capita income. Like we have four income groups. फोर इनकम ग्रुप्स में आपकी पूरे सारे वर्ल्ड की जितनी कंट्रीज़ हैं वो क्लासिफाइड हैं, और हर इनकम ग्रुप की अपनी एक कुछ फीचर्स, अपने कुछ characteristics हैं, और based on that we are deciding our marketing strategies. We have a income group which is low income group. Low income group कौन से होंगे? Which have a per capita dollar, in terms of dollar I am talking, in terms of dollar, whose in per capita income is less than 1036. This is the data related to July 1st 2020. Okay, and there is another group, lower middle income group. In lower middle income group, if per capita income lies between 1036 to $4045, then our country comes under lower middle income. India also come under this category only. Then third category is your upper middle income. Upper middle income means 4046 rupees to 12,535. Sorry, not rupees, dollar. Okay, if we have a per capita income between $4,046 to $12,535, it means we lie under upper middle income group. And if per capita income is more than 12,535, so it means we are lying under high income group countries. Okay, now let's take low income group countries. Low income group countries means we have a limited industrialization in that economy because per capita income is low. It means there is a high birth rate also, low literacy level there, or high dependency on your foreign aids, or excessive unemployment was there, underutilization of your natural resources, and all. And they are around in 40s. We have a countries which comes under low income category, and this is also known as a third world economy. Next is your middle income. Middle incomes cover both lower and upper. India lies under lower middle income group. Okay, it means we have an early stage of industrialization. If we are talking about middle income countries, the middle income countries are those countries which are in a very early stage of industrialization, or they are expanding their consumer market. We have increasing our urbanizations also. Literacy level is also increasing. Lower cost of labor will be there. Okay, and there are near about 100 countries which comes under this middle income level, and this is also known as a second world economy. Then, students, we have a high income group countries. In high income group countries means we have a per capita income more than $12,535. It means we have a high level of industrialization. We have a very good technology, advanced technology, information age is very good. Basically, high income countries are divided into two parts. One is your industrial economy, which is uh, comes under high income group because of their industrial development, and second is the oil exporting countries, which main focus is on oil export, and these countries are also known as advanced or a first world countries. Okay, so it means developing countries mostly comes under low income or middle income category, and developed countries means the high income countries. Although we are going to classify on this basis, but we can see like UAE or Kuwait are regarding as a developing countries despite they have a high per capita income. If we see the per capita income, they have very high per capita income, but still they are considered as a developing countries because the level of income does not truly reflect the purchasing power or your standard of living, because the purchasing power of the national currency differ, and there are change in exchange rate also. That's why this is. And if we see India and China are among the largest economy, but we largest economy in the world, but we are our per capita income is very low. Okay, so these are the factors which decide the level of pattern of economic development, and based on that, the companies devise their marketing strategies, their pricing strategies. Then structure of economy also play important role. Structure and economy means which sector contribute a lot. We have a three sector. One is primary, secondary, and tertiary sector. Primary sector mainly concerned with agriculture. Secondary sector concerned with industry, and tertiary sector with the service sector. ठीक है, what type of linkage we have between them, and what type integration of our national economy in the world economy, etc., have a great impact in your strategies. Okay, अभी अगर आप देखेंगे right now जैसे कोविड आया, तो which sector save us our economy? It's a primary sector. Agriculture is only the sector which shows you the positive sign, increase your GDP. ओके, तो कौन सा सेक्टर है जिससे ज़्यादा वहाँ पर आपको बेनिफिट मिल सकता है, आप ये भी देखते हैं. ठीक है, इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट में अगर हम देखेंगे तो वी हैव अ हाईएस्ट शेयर ऑफ सर्विस सेक्टर, और इंडिया एग्रीकल्चर प्रोडक्ट में आपका आप देखेंगे बहुत ज़्यादा कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहा है. तो बिगेस्ट एक्सपोर्टर ऑफ राइस वी हैव सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल. ठीक, देन economic policies that we have, like because economic, after studying the economic policy, we come to know about the what type of incentives, what type of subsidies that particular government are providing to your marketer or businessman in international. And in this we focus on industrial policy. Okay, what type of industrial policy? Because your industrial policy, country industrial policy, have a great impact on scale of operation, your location of the industries, your choice of technology, or your what type of product mix you should use. ओके, तो इंडस्ट्रियल पॉलिसी आपको स्टडी करनी, देन योर फॉरेन इन्वेस्टमेंट एंड टेक्नोलॉजिकल पॉलिसीज़ क्या हैं उस पर्टिकुलर कंट्रीज की, क्योंकि बेस्ड ऑन दैट यू विल गोइंग टू डिसाइड ओनली व्हाट हाउ मच यू कैन इन्वेस्ट or which mode of entry you should adopt. Then foreign trade policies are there which gives you incentives which create a barrier to you also. Then your foreign exchange policy which आप देखते होंगे फॉरेन एक्सचेंज पॉलिसी में वी हैव abolition of exchange control now. We have a full convertibility of rupee also, which encourage cross border movement and capital, movement of capital. Okay, so what type of exchange policy you have to study, what type of monetary policy we have, because with the help of monetary policy we come to know about the availability of the credit, CRR, SLR and all. तो मोबिलिटी कितनी है आपकी इकोनॉमी में, वो आप मनी की, वो आप मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी से स्टडी करते हैं. देन द फिस्कल पॉलिसी हैव अ ग्रेट इम्पैक्ट. if there is a low taxes, then disposable income is high. So more and more MNCs are going to come. ठीक है. Then economic conditions also there that we need to study. Like in under economic condition we focused on the rate of economic growth. कैसे से आपकी economic grow करी, जैसे आपने देखा होगा भी right now we have a negative GDP. ठीक है, तो मोस्ट ऑफ द कंट्रीज आर नॉट शोइंग अ गुड साइन, बट soon as our manufacturing sector start taking up, our GDP is growing now. Okay, price level, what type of price level is prevailing, what is our balance of payment position, because it tells about the stability of the economy. Then what trade cycle we are having, economic conditions किस तरह की हैं. तो all these are telling you about the economy, what type of economy your country have. If we have a positive sign, we have a growth economy, growing economy, then most of the international business will come in your country. International marketing strategies are devised accordingly. Okay, like for example we say economic crisis in Southeast Asia, Europe में जब थे, they have a restricted growth in a global firm. In these reasons we have यहाँ पर नहीं हुआ, आपका जो है ग्रोथ इतनी नहीं हुई बिकॉज ऑफ साउथ ईस्ट एशिया क्राइसिस. इंडिया इवन अगर आप देखेंगे, इंडियन एक्सपोर्ट ऑफ स्टील इन साउथ ईस्ट एशिया इज़ लो बिकॉज साउथ ईस्ट एशिया में प्रॉब्लम है, इकोनॉमिक क्राइसिस थी, तो जो हम एक्सपोर्ट करते थे वो हमारा रिड्यूस होने लगा एंड वी चैनलाइज अवर एक्सपोर्ट टूवर्ड्स US, तो हमारा US में ज़्यादा बढ़ने लगा. ओके, तो दे हैव अ ग्रेट इम्पैक्ट इन आवर डिसीजन. Now, in next class, we are going to cover the rest of the environment like political and government environment in detail and your natural environment. Okay, students? Hope you understand.